You're listening to the Geriatric Mamas Podcast with Jessica Raziri
and Sonia Tapley. Oh my gosh, it's Thanksgiving when this is going to be coming out.
I know. It'll be Thanksgiving when this is live. Happy Thanksgiving. Is it Merry Thanksgiving? No, Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy.
Merry Thanksgiving.
It's basically happy Thanksgiving at this point.
Day. Is today the day that like all the colonials came in and like attacked?
Oh shit!
The
I didn't
Pilgrims?
look that up.
Or no, today is the day that they had that big meal together, right? And they broke bread and gave thanks, and they made the Native Americans give.
Then like what was Thanksgiving?
I think that's what Thanksgiving is. Like all the Pilgrims got together with the Native Americans, and they had a big meal together, right? They're like, oh, we're so sorry for raping your women and children and giving you smallpox with these blankets. And so
now we're just going to murder all your turkeys and
we're going to kill all of your turkeys, and we're going to make a big feast.
Yeah.
And we're going to eat all your food, and we're going to do it together with a smile on our face. And we're going to give thanks.
Everybody smile.
And then we're going to take over your land. And then we're just going to fuck right off, and we're going to leave you with nothing. So you're welcome.
Enjoy the smallpox.
Yeah. That's history according to Sonia and Jessica. You're welcome. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. I'm probably missing a few things, but for the most part, that's pretty much it.
Right. We're probably going to need to mark ourselves as explicit, because even though I've only sworn once, is that still cancelable? Saying what?
Yeah, I think we need to Google what explicit technically is, because I'm putting on all this stuff. I'm like, well, I'm not showing a boob. I talk about tits, but I don't like show a boob. So it's like clean, but like I guess like the language and stuff gets a little vulgar at times. Yeah. So maybe we should start marking this as explicit content.
I feel like maybe because I was driving to my mother-in-law to drop Annabelle off last week when I was listening to our episode, and there were like 10 F-bombs in the span of 5 minutes, and I'm just looking back at Annabelle like, is she awake? Is she listening to this? Can she hear this?
Oh,
I'm just waiting for her to start dropping those F-bombs because I'm listening to our episodes.
So I actually like didn't realize that I was swearing that much last episode until I even edited it, and it just like kind of just like went right by me. And then you were like, should we like edit out some of these F-bombs? I feel like it's pretty vulgar. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It sounded great. Like, it wasn't until I listened to it again after when it was actually live that I was like, oh.
I think it's only YouTube that actually cares. Because I've heard a lot of podcasts with a lot of F-bombs, but I think it's YouTube that cares, and we only have 16 subscribers on there, so it doesn't really matter.
Listen, hold on. If one of our 16 subscribers is complaining, like, that's just really sad, like, at that point. Like, stop following us, then.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's
only
16
there's no obligation. You're only one of 16.
There's no obligation there. Yeah, you're not following a pack. Like, there's no pack yet. So you're fine. You can literally drum off to your own beat and just fuck right off if this really offends you. That's how I feel about it.
But I really hope it doesn't, because sometimes it's hard to control. Sometimes we just have to say it.
I know. But the thing is like, I feel like people who are listening at this point,
they know us.
Already know that like we said from the very beginning that we're not your typical like mommy blogger or podcast. Like we're raw, we're real, we're just going to say what's on our mind. We're not going to be filtered. Maybe sometimes we should be a little filtered. We should probably monitor that a little bit. But like for the most part, we're not filtered. And so like if people have been listening to us for this point, you know, like we've said some like way far more offensive things, I feel. You know, so it's like, I don't know. I just feel like our true followers get it, and they're just like used to it. They're desensitized to it. Is that the word?
They probably don't even hear it anymore. They probably don't hear it anymore.
It's
I've
probably
just now recently taken a very big liking to our podcast, so I guess I'm a beginner geriatric mama podcaster. Listener.
You just now started liking our podcast?
Well, I mean, like listening to it as opposed to like other podcasts. Like we already know
Sonia,
what we say.
This is episode 20. And you're just now.
I'm just saying we already know what we say in our podcast, so maybe I should explore others. But
you're saying like you're just now taking a liking to other podcasts. Is that what you're saying?
No, to like.
Or you're literally saying you're just now
like
liking
randomly.
hours.
No, just like randomly listening. Can we cut this out? This is ridiculous.
No, it's hilarious.
I'm just now liking listening to our podcast randomly driving down the road instead of listening to someone else's podcast, even though we already know what we say in our podcast. Does that make sense? Because like if we already know what we're gonna say in our podcast, why are we driving down the road listening to ourselves?
I don't know. It just kind of sounds like you're saying you're just now taking a liking to our podcast.
Oh, that's not what I meant. But I think it's good that you called it out because I don't want people to think that.
I think it's funny. I think it's kind of funny, actually. Well, Sonia.
Wait, is it my turn to talk now?
I don't know. I'm looking at my notes. Can you believe this is episode 20, by the way?
No, I am so proud of us. 20 is a lot of episodes. And consistently every single week, which is, that's always been our goal, and that's always been what we wanted to do. But I mean,
for you and I also, like, let's be real. Let's like real talk here. Sonia and I, okay, this has been a thing our entire friendship where we have all these great ideas. But our follow through is shit. Like pure shit. We do not have good follow through with anything. We have the best ideas. We started off, we start strong. We like really like get into it. And then like, it's like after like a day or two, we're just like, yeah, well, that was fun. Let's try something else.
It's because both of us really like a variety of topics and we don't want to just settle for one topic, and this allows us to kind of pull everything together.
Well, the fact that we're still consistently recording every week, I was kind of nervous of like, oh god, what's going to happen when we're doing this on a weekly basis? Like people are listening, like they're going to know if we like just like stop. Like we can't just stop.
Where did those geriatric mamas go?
Keep going. So yeah, I'm very proud of us. The fact that like we're actually doing this, we're making it happen. 20 episomes. That's crazy.
It's so
awesome.
Sorry, I'm just moving my microphone.
Popping into the shot.
I'm just moving my pink foamy microphone phone.
It was funny because your face, you're just like, there's nothing to see here. There's no mic just suddenly like entering the frame.
Oh man. Well, we have lots and lots to talk about. So this week's episode is going to be... Actually, Jess, how about you say what this week's episode is going to be?
Okay, well, once again, inspired by Adam's Aunt Courtney, we are presenting you with our very first ever Geriatric Happy Hour with some Christmas cocktails. Cheers.
Cheers.
So basically it's kind of like coffee convos except with alcohol. Only we're actually drinking mocktails, so it's not really alcohol.
Right.
But
only because once again it's a Sunday and we have other things we have to do after recording today, so we can't.
Listen, my liver needs it needs a little break because the holidays are about to, I mean, well, as you guys know, today is Thanksgiving when you guys get this. And Adam's family, I feel like they're trying to kill me. They just like love to drink so much. And obviously, like, I'm going to accept if an alcoholic beverage is in front of me and I'm just going to keep drinking them. And like, you know, and then once you get me going, Drunkaka comes out and she's so much fun. And she just likes to always have alcohol in her glass at all times. And so she just keeps the party going and doesn't know when people are going to bed. She makes them get back up and keep partying with her. And next thing you know, it's like 2 or 3 a.m. She's just going strong. And then the next day she feels like death. So
and I'm mostly the same. My liver is not as tolerant as Jessica's is, and I don't have a 3-syllable name, so I can't make up things like Drunkaka for my name. But we are pretty much the same. I don't know.
And Drunka.
Drunka and Drunkaka. So we should clearly say my name first, since I only have 2 syllables.
You're Drunka. It's Drunka and Drunkaka.
Oh my gosh. I actually really love that. So I guess I do have a drunk nickname.
You do have a drunken name. It's Drunka and Drunkica. That is so cute. I love it.
So cute.
Let's put it on a Christmas ornament. Oh, it's so good.
Oh boy, Mike will love that.
I actually don't really like party like that anymore. That's kind of how I used to. Now my equivalent is just like, I'm like, man, it is late, and like it's like still light outside.
Right.
It's like 7:45. You're like, okay.
Yeah. Us New Englanders, though, if you're like that, we can't say that because it gets dark at 4:00 in the afternoon right now. So, but that's just one thing that makes Thanksgiving so fun. It's cozy.
I know.
Dark, and you get
Extra
to go to bed
cozy.
right after your turkey. So,
what is it, that thing that in turkey that makes you like super sleepy? Because I want to give Hayden
I can't
so
remember.
much of it.
We need to look up that word. I feel like everybody else knows that word. What's that? Oh, yeah. No, Annabelle needs it.
Start with an A. Arsenic?
I don't remember.
No, arsenic's bad. Arsenic is what I hear constantly on Snapped and IG.
And my favorite murder.
Yeah. I wonder if I can smell arsenic. You know how some people can smell it, like it smells like almonds? Mm-hmm. I wonder if I can smell it.
You might be able to.
Where do you find arsenic?
It's in the seeds of fruit. It's like I'll get in fruit seeds. Like all little fruit seeds, like apple seeds, apricots, and all that, like have some in it. So like you don't obviously eat an apricot seed, but that has the most condensed amount of like arsenic, I think, out of most of the fruits. So if I could
smell arsenic, then if I were to smell that seed, it would smell like almonds?
Probably. I mean, I know I've sometimes eaten an apple seed and it doesn't not taste like an almond. It tastes a little bit like
arsenic?
Well, I mean, a little bit.
I wonder if you're like now like susceptible to arsenic, where like if Mike were to try to like murder you, he better not choose arsenic because you built up a tolerance to it.
Right, exactly. And there are some people who legit just like, don't care.
Something else, fucker.
Right, and there are some people that legit just don't care if they're eating an apple seed and they just like eat it and don't taste it. So I'm sure all those people have a tolerance too.
Interesting. Wait, how did we get here? Why are we talking about arsenic?
I don't remember. Oh, because we want to know what the word is. What the thing in...
Oh, for turkey!
Yeah, for turkey.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we swear we're not actually drinking alcohol.
Jesus.
Okay, so for realsies, we did get our pictures back from our actual family photo shoot where Mike was in the photos too, and there are no photos that we can actually use for our Christmas cards this year or to give our family and friends. Like there's a lot of just like cute action shots, but still really just mostly for our eyes only. So you've seen a couple of them. Yeah. There was no getting a good angle on that for sure. Sorry.
We did our family photos as well. Well, I cut you off. And it's it's the same thing. I haven't seen mine. It's going to be a bit before we get ours back. And what sucks is by the time we get them back is we're not going to have time to reshoot because like it's literally cutting it close. So people are probably going to get New Year's cards this year instead of Christmas cards because it's just taking forever. But I felt the same way. I felt like I hate my side profile. And I felt like all the shots she was getting were my side profile where I'm just like lean in, mom, kiss Hayden's face.
Yeah.
It's just like so ugly. Like all my chins and like, God. So I'm not looking forward to seeing what those look like, to be honest. I was so excited for it.
I hope you get a few, but I was feeling the same way about our photo shoot, and I definitely saw like 3 or 4 chins in a few photos. I mean, specifically on me. Like Mike, like I said, Mike is very photogenic, and obviously Annabelle is too. I mean, she's 2.5 and she's ridiculously cute. I
mean, Adam is too, but like, I'll be honest, I don't know that it was his best performance either.
You need to just send me a few of these like I did for you.
Well, okay, because I looked over and I don't know where it came from, but he had this big bloody zip mark on his like face right here. I'm like, where did that come from? I would have like friggin' like given you some concealer had I known that was there. And he does this thing when he like, I've like showed him so many times how to do his hair. Like I hate the wet gelled look. I hate it. Yeah. And he has this thing where he gets out of the shower and he immediately puts product in his hair. And it's like, no, get out of the shower, blow dry your hair, let it be a little dry first, and then put it in. So it's like more like that dry, like look. And it doesn't happen every single time. It looks like this like Italian greaser.